Okay, so the first query of our assessment is to retrieve the first name, surname, email, gender, date joined, and the current age in years of shoppers who joined on or after 1st of January 2020, and all female shoppers, irrespective of when they joined. Print date columns in the format day, month, year, and print not known for any new null values. All the results by gender and then by age, highest first. All right, so let's do this. First, we'll start with select. So we need to take the first name, surname, and you can pull out the diagram to see um, what the names of the actual columns are in the database, or I'll just use the table that we have here, which is shoppers, and here are the data that we need to take. So I'll say select. We need to take first name, so it's shopper. I'll copy this because I'll use it later. Shopper first underscore name, and I'll put an alias. You can put alias with quotation marks or without, or with um, square brackets, however you like. I like to use square brackets, so I'll say first name. Okay, and then we need to take surname, so it's shopper surname as surname. Okay, and then we need to take email address, so it's shopper email underscore address as email address. Sweet. Then you have gender. Gender is just normal, so gender. This one you don't even need to put an alias on unless you wanna write it with capital G. So as gender. Right. Then we need data joined. So data joined as data joined. Um, and then the current age in years of shoppers who joined or on or after 1st of January 2020. So to get the current age, we need to get the current um, we need to get the current year, which is this year, basically 2025, and subtract the date of birth of the shoppers. And we have here a column in the table of shoppers with date of birth. So to do that, we'll need to use inbuilt functions, which is string format time, um, which will help us, basically just a function that helps you manipulate any type of um, um, date format, basically. So we'll say STRFTIME, open the quotation marks, and here we'll, sorry, the parentheses, we'll open the quotation marks as well. And in the quotation marks, we'll say percentage capital Y, which means year, because that's the only thing that we need. Um, One thing that I want to say is that if basically the format, if you want to take day, month, and year, you will be like this. You will be percentage date, percentage month, and then percentage year. One thing that I want to say, just be careful with the lowercase and uppercase of these elements, basically of these arguments, because they are really case sensitive. So if you put capital M, you'll take the minutes instead of the months. So lower M is months. Keep for year always capital Y, and for days lower D. For months, obviously lower M. But we only need the year as of now. So we take the years, and now we specify from where, basically. So we'll say I'll say date time, which is basically another inbuilt function that string format time is under. We'll open the parentheses, we'll open the quotation marks, and we'll say now. So basically it means we'll take the current year, which is 2025, and then we'll subtract the date of birth. So we'll say the same, STRFTIME, open the round parentheses, open the quotation marks, percentage year, capital Y, remember, and then we'll say again date, time, and then round parentheses, and now instead of now we'll say the date of birth, which is our column in shoppers, right? And we'll put an alias to this. We'll say as current age, right? Okay, that's done. What's the next bit that we need to do? Um, so we need to take the current age. We've done that in years of shoppers who joined on or after 1st of January 2020, and all female shoppers irrespective of when they joined. Okay, so we're done with the select part for now. We'll say from our table, which is shoppers. And now we'll put some conditions because we only need to take the shoppers that joined or on or after 1st of January 2020, and all females shoppers, irrespective of the date when they joined. So we'll say where date joined is higher or bigger or after, however you want to say, or equal to, now we'll put the date, which is, remember that in SQLite for us as default, the format of a date is year, month, and day. So we'll need to say 2020 0101, which means 1st of January 2020, or we also have a column called gender. So where you have basically F or M, which is or female or male. So if or gender equals to F from female. Okay, so let's try this and see how it does. Oh, name. Sorry, I misspelled the first thing. Oh, I misspelled this birth as well. Jesus. Okay, so two misspells. Now it works. So you can see we got the current age. If you want to test this, that we actually got the actual age, that is the actual age of the shoppers. We can also take date of birth here, and we can calculate. So you can see, so this guy is born in 2021, currently it's 2025, so his age is 24 years. So this works. But now, oops, now we don't need date of birth, just need this. Right. And then print date columns in the format day, month, and year. So we'll use string format time again to just rearrange the data joined basically from year, month, day to day, month, year. So we'll go here, date joined. We'll use again strf time. We open the parentheses, and here the first argument will be the format. So we want to say percentage day, percentage month, and percentage year. Okay, in quotation marks, and then from our column basically, um, and that should fix it. That should do it. Yeah, you can see now it's day, month, year. Just remember to keep the day and month in uppercase and the y in sorry, the day and month in lowercase and the y in uppercase. Right. Next one is to print not known if any null values. We currently have only one null value, which is on gender. So to replace any null values, we'll need to use another inbuilt function, which is if null. So we'll say what gender is if null, and now we'll open the quotation mark, we'll open the parentheses, and the function if null takes two parameters. The first one is the data that we want to replace and search for any null values. So that this will be the gender column, because this is the only one that we have an actual null value. And then the second argument will be what do you want to replace it with, basically. So we'll open the quotation marks and we'll say not known. And now this null value, if we run it again, should say, oh, not now, not known. And as you can see, it does. Okay, next we have order results by gender and then by age, highest first. Okay, so now under this we'll say order by gender. We can also put gender. Um, and by default order by orders any columns and list whatever in an ascending order. Um, since here it doesn't specify what order, we'll just keep it to default to an ascending order. And then by age, highest first. So if it says highest first, that means it's in a descending order. So it should go from 60 to the lowest value, which is I think 24. Right, so we'll put a comma here after gender and we'll say current age, and we'll say descending order. We'll specify that it's in a descending order. You can put here ascending if you want ASC, which means ascending, and this one is descending, but this is really not necessary, it's just an extra. It's by default going to be ascending order. Right, and as you can see, you have the gender order ascending, so not known, which is a null value, and then you have got male and female, and those each of the female genders will have a category, male gender, and then not known has been sorted by current age, so in a descending order. So the female, the oldest female is 66, the youngest is 27, so it's in a descending order. For male, the oldest one is 41 and the youngest is 28. So if we don't have this, basically it will be totally different. As you can see, all the numbers are mixed together, they are not in any order. So our code, I suppose, does the job. Yeah. So while this is okay, it's not 100% accurate. So like, let's say if the whole query you are given 10 points for it, you'll probably, as it is at the moment, you'll probably get from, I don't know, 8, 8.5 to 9.5, or maybe the whole 10 points, depending on the assessor, I suppose. But you can enhance this code to make it 100% accurate. So let me explain what I mean by it's not 100% accurate. So if you have so the current date is 18th of March 2025. If you have two people, one the first one is born on the let's say on the 10th of March 2025, 2000, and the second person is born on 21st of June 2000. So the first guy should be um, the first guy should be 25 years old because his birthday already passed. But the second guy is technically still 24 years old because his birthday did not come yet. But with the way we calculate the year in our query, we both of them will be 25 basically because we only take into account the year. We did not take into consideration the day of birth. So that's why this is not 100% accurate. So we can test this to see how accurate our query is by taking the date of birth of the shoppers that we have. So let's take the first one, the first shopper, which is Lisa. She was born on the 28th of December 1959. So she should be, because her birthday did not come yet, 65 years old. But because we only take into consideration the year, she is put as 60 to be 66 years old, which is not 100% correct. So to fix this, we have two solutions. Let me open a comment. So solution. So first, close this actually. Okay. First will be using the julianday function, which is basically goes after the Julian calendar, and it counted from something, I don't remember the date, but before Christ basically counted the date since today, and it still keeps going counting every day. And I think they got to the current day is somewhere close to 25,000 something. Um, and the second solution will be using a more complex version with a few condition the um, of the calculus that we have here basically. So using STRFTIME, a bit more complex, whatever. Right. So let's close this. Right. Okay. So with the julianday, we'll just copy this query so we don't so we can compare the results before and afterwards. So with the julianday, we will replace this section of the code that we used to calculate the year, and we will use the julianday. Right, so we can use the printf function to print what we want. We'll open the round parentheses, and in here we'll write Julian day, and in here we open, because Julian day is a function, the parameter will be, we'll say now. So the current Julian day, and then we'll need to subtract the date of birth in Julian day. So Julian day, date of birth. Right. Right. So if we input this, we'll have obviously like a really weird number, and it's not an accurate one. Um, we'll need to divide to get a current to get a correct result in actual years that we use in the Gregorian, well, with the Gregorian calendar, we'll need to um, get a subtract basically um, from the current Julian day. We'll need to subtract the date of birth, and then we need to divide the result by 365, which is days. But every 4 year we have a bisect year, which means there's an extra day. So we'll put 0.25. So every 25 times 4, it will be 100. So we'll get an extra day every 4 years, as it should. And as you can see, we get um, the right result. But to format it properly, we can say um, percentage %d, which means a whole number. So you'll get 65, 59 without any decimals here. So you can see the first one, as I said, she was born on 28th of December 1959. So she should be 65 years old because the current day is 18th of March 2025. So her birthday is did not um, come yet. So that's why she's still 65. Um, we can no. Okay, so this is done. This is the easy version if you want to use julianday. The next solution using more complex STRFTIME syntax. It's a bit more complicated, but it's not that bad. So I'll copy this one here, and right, the first part of the syntax will remain as it is. We'll just need to add something extra to it. So to make it more clear, I will put this one on a new line here to be more visible for us. And then we'll add another subtraction sign, and then we'll need to open to use a case expression. So case expression, basically you put some conditions in, and then it will return a result based on those conditions, and that's what we want. So we'll say when STRFTIME, open the quotation marks, um, percentage day, and then we'll say now, or say date time, date of birth rather. Okay. Is less than STRFTIME, open the round parentheses, open the quotation marks, again percentage day, and we'll say date time now. So date of birth, when the day of birth is less than the current day, and uh, STRFTIME, we'll just copy this actually to make it easier, because we'll just reuse the same function. We'll just change from day to month. So we'll put percentage M, and here date of birth, is less or equal to the current month. We will then will return 0. Else, so if any of these is not is not correct. Put this capital. We'll make this capital to be easier, to be more visible. So if any of this is false, we'll then return 1. And then we will end the case, and we can put this as an alias, current age. So basically what we're doing now, we're subtracting, probably it's going to be easier if I write it here. So we're subtracting current year, so let's say it's 2025, um, from the current year. We'll subtract the date of birth, let's say the year 2000, and then we'll also subtract 0 or 1 depending on the if the conditions of our case expression are met or not, but both of them need to be met in order to return 0, otherwise it will be 1. So based on this, someone will be either 25 years old or 24 years old. Right, so if we run this, as you can see, we got the same results as the julianday calendar. Basically, just a bit more complex. It's not that hard, hopefully, to hopefully I explained it quite well to be easier for you to understand what we've done here with a case expression. So we've got the same results, and yeah, as you can see, the first time you've got 66, 60, 56, and then you have got 65, 59, 55. So now we've got the correct result, and that's basically it. If you want to be extra, you can do any of these. Both of them will work. If you want to get 100% and be 100% accurate with your query, with your code, right?